Alright, so the next video in our basic beginner fire building series, one of the things I always bring when I go camping or anywhere I go, I grab cotton balls and I soak them in Vaseline. So I've got a pill bottle here of ones that I've already soaked previously. And I have this little striker. It's basically a Ferrocerium rod, super compact. Push on it, it pops out, you hold pressure here, and it just gives an easy spark. So definitely a one-handed fire if there's ever a medical emergency. But I'll take this cotton ball, like I said, that's already pre-soaked in Vaseline or petroleum jelly, and I'll fluff it out and make it big and fluffy, as big as I can get it. And the good part about these is they will burn for quite a long time. Because of the petroleum jelly or the Vaseline, it's a good fuel for the fire. So that's nice and big and fluffy. Set that right down here. Oops. And all I'll do is I'll grab this and push, and it's up and going. Take my sticks, throw that right on top. I don't have to really worry about smothering it with this because it's got that accelerant in there. And air pockets. That's going to burn for, like I said, quite a little while.
Alright, so while we're waiting for this, the folks at home, you want to talk a little bit about those pine cones that we collected over there?
Yeah, pine cones make great fuel for any fire. If they're wet, they can be a little difficult to get lit. But there's a lot of tar and pine in there.
So if somebody's watching this video for the first time, doing small sticks, a bit larger sticks.
Small sticks, larger sticks. Definitely go back and start the series from the beginning if you're new to this. We do talk about building a basic fire, but yeah, you want to start small and grow bigger. A fire is something you have to build, so start with the smallest stuff you can find and keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger from there. If you're having trouble lighting your fire, start smaller. Biggest problem I see is people always try to start way too big.
Like those sticks you're putting on now, it's way too big if you're first starting the fire.
If you're first starting, absolutely. You want pencil lead size and then pencil size.
What about pine needles?
Pine needles work great. It's definitely a good tinder. You can see I'm leaving gapping in here for air. 3 things you need to make a fire is spark, fuel, and oxygen or air. I'm trying to be quiet too, in case you guys can't hear me. Everybody's sleeping still, so. It's easy as that, guys.
Alright.
As always, stay savage. Alright, so last night we were here and we did a fire with just a basic one-handed sparking device you can buy at Walmart and some Vaseline soaked cotton balls. The next best thing that you can use is a Ferrocerium rod. I do a 1/2 inch by 6 inch ferro rod. It gives a lot of purchase to be able to hold on to and get a lot of sparks out of. And the other thing we're going to use today is a piece of fat wood. Now fat wood is resonated pine that is just over inundated with resin, and it smells of turpentine. So if you don't know what that's like, it's got a really chemical smell to it. Now that turpentine that's in there will burn, and it'll burn hot and it'll burn fast. It's really easy, it catches a spark very well, and we're going to go ahead and demonstrate that today. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to feather stick a little bit, and we're just going to take our knives and run real smooth, slow and easy, and make small curls and feathers. Now once we get a whole bunch of those down, we can pop that off with our knife. We're going to throw that right on top of our bird's nest here, which is just made up of dried grass and weeds. Now, a bird's nest is going to hold that flame, and it's going to do it real quick. It's going to go up fast. So you got to make sure you do all your other prepping with your pencil lead size sticks, your pencil size sticks, wrist size sticks. Get all of that stuff prepped so it's one easy motion into your fire pit or wherever you're going to do your fire, and then you can just start adding and building to your fire from there. So once you get your bird's nest all done, you've got your feather sticks on. The last thing I do is I take the back edge of my 90-degree spine and I'll just rub that right along one of the corners and I'll make a real fine dust. Now I've already prepped this one a little bit so you guys don't have to sit through a whole bunch of time. So I'll get all that ready, and all that fine dust is going to sit right on top. Once we get everything in there that we want in there, we're going to take the back side of our knife and run that right alongside our ferro rod. Now I throw that right in the middle right here, and I just get myself a whole bunch of real good quick sparks going. And you can see we've already got flame. So we're going to throw that in right there. We're going to grab our smaller sticks and just real quick and easy start stacking so that there's a nice little air pocket there. You definitely need air. You don't want to smother your fire, and you just start building your fire from here. You can see how quick and easy that was. And this is honestly my preferred way of making fire. I don't have to worry about a Bic lighter being bad at high altitude or super cold weather or getting wet. I can soak my ferro rod if I need to, or if it gets soaked in the rain or whatever the case is, and it'll still throw 2,000 plus degree sparks. So now I'm moving to a little bit bigger size stick, and I'm still keeping it relatively small. You can see that's starting to take off a little bit now. Take these, real gently just put them right there on top. You don't want to smother your fire, but you want that fire to come up and lick the bottom of those sticks. That way those sticks will light. Alright guys, that's the basics of fire building. Stay tuned for more videos in the series, and as always, stay savage.
Home now, as home as I'll ever be. Oh, close your eyes and hold on to me. Oh, I'm home now, as home as I'll ever be.
If they're wet, they can be a little difficult to get lighted.
Lit.
What? Lit. Whatever. If they're wet.
Alright. You grabbing a bowl? Alright. What's up, savages? It's douchebag right here laughing at me and this dumbass